name?
Yes, my name is John Achee Jr. I'm a community advocate. I have a group called Assumption Parish Community Advocacy Group from Libertyville, Louisiana. I own a camp and approximately 750 acres of land in Bayou Corne, right across from the command post along Bayou Corne, the bayou itself. The bubbling was reported on May 30th. At first it was suspected possibly to be a pipeline leaking. The bubbling was in Bayou Corne, where there had 3 pipelines that crossed. The companies checked the pipelines, found out the pipelines were not leaking. From that point forward, OEP started to monitor the bubbling twice a day. LELs on the bubbling was 0. That basically continued until the sinkhole happened. Since the sinkhole happened, a lot more agencies have gotten involved. I mean, I'm an advocate for the community, trying to get answers from people. Answers seem to be very hard to come by. There's a lot of mistrust with a lot of agencies. With all the unknowns, people just have a lot of mistrust. There's information that comes out on blogs, on websites. But it's been 2.5 weeks or so since we've had a public meeting, and almost 2 weeks since the last press conference. I don't have a lot of confidence in DNR in particular as far as agencies. Since the news from the Advocate broke with the letter exchanges between Texas Brine and Joe Ball, the injection and mining director with DNR, which seemed to show I don't know if I would exactly call it cover-up, but it was certainly something that was withheld from our local government. To me, that put lives in danger. Our parish officials depended on DNR to give them correct information for them to advise the people on what to do, to call an evacuation or not. And this information was withheld for 2 months. A lot of experts have told me that there's an extreme amount of natural gas in the Mississippi alluvial aquifer, okay? And DNR themselves have said that it's possible for another sinkhole to happen if the natural gas in the aquifer finds another weak spot. Another sinkhole can happen. So how do we fix that? We drill vent wells and vent the aquifer. The problem with that right now seems to be, and I say this hesitantly, but it seems to be money over public safety. Right now, the issue seems to be that no one knows who should pay for the vent wells. Right now, I don't think Texas Brine in their clause, I don't remember if it was the contract or the permit, they were responsible for, if a sinkhole subsidence happened and an evacuation happened, to take care of the people. So as of right now, DNR has the authority to order Texas Brine to do the observation well, but DNR, I don't believe, has the right to force Texas Brine to do vent wells into the aquifer. Once again, it seems like a money issue. Doesn't seem like DNR knows who should pay for it or where the funding should come from. I did email to the governor that he come to the site, or at the least hold a press conference. You know, it's not so much that I'm being critical of the governor. I just believe, you know, with all other, you know, disasters that have happened during his administration, you know, he's been on the ground. He's done flyovers, you know, and although our community may be small, our problem is huge. The community is extremely frustrated. I mean, everybody is just at their wits. I mean, we're almost 3 months into it. Texas Brine saying we still have 40 days, you know, for that. The evacuation is just ongoing. I mean, I have the people are just, the anxiety and stress levels are unbelievable. I just think there needs to be more urgency to this problem. There has to be. You know, to me, like I said again, I don't think that the people that are there are safe, and it's time that they step up the game.